Okay, I'm going to try to make this quick because some of you guys are going to come to this from this whole Jesus talk. So let me explain this very simply. Um, yes, the character, and let me just show you. The character that you guys thought was Jesus, and you just Google Jesus, looks like that, right? Jesus didn't look like that, right? His name wasn't Jesus either. You can call him Jesus if you want to or whatever. The name doesn't matter. We're talking about the being that this person is mimicking. Um, so then Nat Geo says, hey, Jesus looks more like that. And they came up with this picture, right? Now, I don't think I look like that, but I'm the guy that's saying I'm back, right? You want Jesus to be back? I'm here. So what are you going to do? We're going to get to that. I already have my plan and I lay all of that out. But basically, yeah, the being. And Jesus was just a time traveler, a inner astronaut, if you will, which I am as well, and was aware of the matrix and wanted to wake people up and was a spiritual warrior, which I am. You look at an analog between my story and Jesus's, just from a factual standpoint. My mom's name is Mary. My skin is the color of burnt brass, you can say. I have hair like wool. I happen to have my awakening experience in the clouds, which is a pretty big one. For one, I'm claiming to be Jesus, which already puts me on one side of the fence. So I'm willing to show you all of the evidence that I have to prove that I am who I am. And it really didn't matter, or it doesn't matter, who someone was in the past. It matters what they're doing now. Anyone can claim they're Jesus, just like I can. But what is their proof? What is their evidence? What are they doing now? Are they doing what Jesus would do now? What would Jesus do? What love would do every second of the day, and as best as best as he could. So, in my story, my name is Vikter Bang. Jesus is a tainted name with religion and dogma and beliefs and faith and all of that stuff. And it wasn't the character's name in real life. So basically, Vikter Bang is victory over noise, getting above the noise. So, yeah, the reincarnation of Jesus is here, and he goes by Vikter Bang as a code name. Or you can just call me Michael, and my name means he who is like God. I know they said Emmanuel in the Bible, which means God is with us. So you can look at the analogs there. And this is just me telling my story. So just like part of my story, and I thought this is cute. And I'm trying to bring humor to it because I know this is going to offend a lot of people. Because when Jesus tells you that Jesus was and is no one special, that brings everybody to the same level. If you're not going to raise yourself on a pedestal, then we're going to bring the pedestal down, and we're all going to be equal one way or the other. And this is coming from someone who is in a different dimension, if you will. But long story short, in my journey, I came across these guys, the young soldiers, and they had a song talking about Jesus. So I'm going to play this just to show an example of how my story just mimics all of this stuff. Right? This is their song. They came to me. Happy at 827. But so this is how I live. Nothing special. Pretty much everything has to fit in my car right now. I have to be mobile. I pretty much traveled everywhere that I could to get input on the matrix, to understand this is part of my plan. So this is the short version of my plan. And I'll just show you the closet. There's no skeletons in the closet. I'm kind of creating a time capsule, if you will. And there's a story behind all of this. Some of those are props. And these are some of the movies. So you're looking at Limitless, Valor, Deja Vu. Just some of the things that you could take a look at. What else would I look at? Looper, Lucy, 9, Men in Black 3, Matrix. So just example of coincidences. You know, this was the last one of its kind, and then happened to be 227. So 27 is something that I see all the time, and it happens to be the number of books in the New Testament. So that's a coincidence as well. So I add it all up to there. And as far as someone claiming to be from another planet, having a experience in other dimensions or other worlds, we all have those. So I'm nobody special claiming that anyway. But one of the facts, and this isn't that one, is that there's more stars than there's grains of sand on the planet. So life exists otherwhere. So I put, do they ever shut up on your planet? And Voltron, and this is just other stuff, and that old school TV does work. I'm a time traveler, so I capture old school stuff. Just like this Discman, which actually worked, which I was playing the young soldiers on. So I'm going to culminate all this in a reality show, and I'm just showing you my character. So this is just a small version of it. And I actually live like this. I have a job, I work a 9 to 5. You see the coincidence is still 27 here, it just changed. But yeah, I am a 9 compared to 6s. So I did a video on that. I was just listening to that before. So you're basically going to see what a 9 does in the Trueman Show. I'm saying I'm a true man. We're 9s. We've been acting and behaving and been programmed to believe we're 6s, but we're 9s. We got it upside down. There's a line there. That's not a 6. There's another way to see it. And sometimes it takes Jesus to let you know that you're Jesus. We're just trying to have a little fun with it. But basically what you're seeing now is the shiny version of it. This is spirituality in action. So this is my artificial intelligence that I'm injecting into the matrix in the form of a corporation, which is made to empower people, to help people live out their dreams and fund themselves doing that using creativity, which is an infinite resource. And it also helps the community. So imagine an organization that made a movie such as Black Panther, where part of that profit goes back into building that same facility he was going to buy at the end of the movie, where it was an outreach facility. So imagine me being a Black Panther telling you about advanced spirituality from Wakanda. So the system is already there. So you know, this is and I'm not even going to tell you about that. It has to do with that. It has to do with this plan. So there's a lot of thought behind this. So just think about the thought behind being able to say there's a lot of thought behind something and be able to show all of the thought behind it. Like, you'll see the videos where that's being created, like that's all time. So this just shows the journey. So as you're picking up here, you're catching up and we're moving forward. We're about to quantum leap. So those are all my ideas of painting, and you know, you like it or you don't like it. But the thing is, I'm trying to do this as black and white as I can. I'm either telling the truth or I'm not. It's either true or false. The 100-degree challenge is something that I created to kind of quantify one's spiritual common sense, if you will. And you're taking challenges of putting hot knives through cans and pouring water on yourselves for stupid stuff. So why don't you take a challenge that actually shows how much spiritual common sense you get or you have? And if you know the difference between faith, religion, dogma, and belief and stuff like that. So this is something that's out there now. This is something that's going to be part of the show, part of the Truman Show. So as people look at me like I'm crazy, I'm looking at you like you're crazy, and I'm talking with less of a filter. Now, as people see this, they may think that, well, I talk all the time, but that's not exactly true. I'm pretty quiet, but as you see, I'm talking now because I am letting you see me and know who I am, because what I'm going to do is very different. So it's going to take me stepping out of my comfort zone, and that's part of it. And this is just something from Australia, so I was there as well, just proof of the travels, and anything that I'm telling you I can back up. I've had a camera in my hand for about 30 years, so is that right, 30 years? Yeah, about 30 years. So, and I have footage of it. You can see it in the documentary that I made. So I want you to understand this. I want to be thorough in my explanation. I want you to understand the divinity that you have within. I want you to get that. And if it takes me to say and do what I'm doing, and I am obviously doing that, it's important for me. I'm not someone that is going to spend my time doing something that isn't important, and I don't know anything that's more important than this. If you do, let me know. Please let me know. And if you claim to be Jesus as well, let me hear your plan. And if you say that you're ready for Jesus to be here and ready for Jesus to do something, let's do it. There's 2-point-something billion Christians. Okay, Jesus is here. Let's mobilize. What's your plan? Let's make it happen. Like a thief in the night, right? This is here. So I got 10 minutes to do this, and I think I managed to do that. I am going to be able to upload this, and yeah, the filter is gone. So I'm here now. So I am I'm here. 800-945. I'll put the number on here somewhere. What is it? It's 954-800-9845 or 9VIC. I'm sorry I'm messing up the number. I'll put it out somewhere. If you wanted to call and leave a message, I'll answer any questions. There's nothing to hide. This is about the revelation of truth. This is the end time. So